third Saturday. Hey guys, um, welcome to Chess4Unity's first annual third Saturday event. So this is a three round Swiss tournament hosted by Chess4Unity, and I'm Vincent Tsay, and I will be commentating on my games and maybe other people's as well. So first round, I will be playing Good Crowd Chess. Let's see who that is. Let me see. Okay, so his real name is Aiden Liu. So good luck, and let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start out with e4. And by the way, if you guys want to know more about Chess4Unity and our events, be sure to visit www.chess4unity.com. www.chess4unity.com. Okay, so e4, e5, knight f3. Standard opening. Okay, so I'll go for the Scotch for this game. Okay, so he takes on d4, knight takes d4. Okay, knight f6. Here, knight c3 is the main move. Well, it's the move I'm gonna play as well. Actually, knight takes c6 and e5 was probably the main move, but this is also possible. So I'm gonna take the knight on c6. B takes c6 is the standard reply. And I will go bishop d3, protecting my e4 pawn. Okay, so he goes d5. My opponent's playing pretty quickly here, so it seems to be he knows what he's doing. Okay, I'm going to take on d5. Takes, castle. Get my king to safety. Okay, he castles, and now, okay, I'm going to play h3. Preventing any bishop g4, annoying moves, and stuff like that. Okay, so this guy knows his theory well, so I'll have to try to outplay him in the middle game. Yes. Okay, so rook e8, I will play queen f3. And now you see the idea of h3 was that now black doesn't have bishop to g4. Okay, he plays c6, which is expected. And I will go bishop to g5. Pinning the black knight. Okay, bishop e7, not surprising. Rook f e1 seems like a natural move here. Yeah, let's go rook f e1. It shouldn't be bad, at least. Okay, bishop e6. And now I would definitely consider knight e2 with the idea of bringing the knight to d4 or f4. h6, bishop h4, that should be fine for me. Yeah, that should be good. I'm really hesitating here for some reason. Or I can play rook a d1. If he goes rook b8, I go bishop c1 back. Maybe that's a better idea. Actually, I don't want to allow d4. Okay, so hesitating a lot, which is not a good sign, but Let's see. Okay, he goes h6. I think bishop d2 is fine. Bishop h4 also cannot be bad, but let's go. Let's go bishop d2. Yeah. Oh shoot, he has knight e4 now, which is extremely annoying, I think. Takes. Then I'm not sure I have a good square for my queen. Okay, so definitely an inaccuracy by myself. Hopefully he doesn't see it, but knight e4 is kind of straightforward for black, especially since if he doesn't play it, then he gives me some initiative here. Okay. While we're waiting, let's see if we can check out some other games. Okay, so this is between cfoltz and Programming X. It seems like white is a pawn up in the Sicilian, and the position seems to be good for white. Okay, so he played knight queen d7, which is probably not as good. Here, I think I have knight d4, which looks very convincing. And I most likely win the bishop on e6. Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with my position. So, okay, white is definitely doing well in this game. Let's check. See if there's any other game we can check. Okay, let's check Erica versus Swimgrass. Okay, so black here has knight. Okay, knight d2, queen takes b7. So positions are around equal. Black has knight d6, and then it protects the b7 pawn. Black is probably slightly preferable in this position. I mean, that's what I would definitely choose to play, black. Okay, so I'm going back to my game, and my opponent has played bishop to c5. Okay. Now, already, I probably should take the bishop on e6. Looks good to me. If rook takes, then I take back and then maybe get control over the e-file. Oh, I might even have bishop takes h6 tactics. Yeah, I'll have to calculate that a little bit. It's kind of difficult to look at other people's games here because, you know, you never know when my opponent moves. So, but anyways, okay. So black does play knight d6, and let's see if we can look at some other games as well. I want to try to. Okay. Next game is between. Okay, so I can see on chess.com that while I'm looking at my other games, my opponent has moved and played f takes e6, which is probably the best move in the position. And here I do have this interesting option of playing bishop takes h6. He can play rook f8, and I can probably play bishop f4 and be better there. This seems a little bit risky, but safer move is probably just... Okay, so bishop takes g6. Okay, rook f8. Bishop f4, which is good. Yeah, I really don't want my opponent to get that much counterplay, so I don't really want to play that move. Let's see. I think... Okay, rook e2 looks like fine to me, but then he plays e5, which is kind of annoying. So it's clear that this bishop on c5 is really the cause of all the problems, pressuring this pawn on f2, so... Let's see, can I get rid of it somehow? If b4, bishop b6, does that favor me? I mean, I guess rook e2 is good. He plays rook f8. I go queen g3. Position should be fine. Okay. Queen g3 immediately, then knight e4, bishop takes e4 takes, bishop c3. Okay, that's good too. So let's go queen g3 immediately. Probably even better. So now I prevent e5. f2 should be relatively stable. My threat is maybe bishop takes h6 or queen g6. And hopefully I get some strong initiative on the king side. Okay, let's look at Guinea Pig 25 versus Haoran Sun. Position's interesting. Yeah, seems like black has the bishop pair here, and white's pieces are kind of forensic, and black is starting to open up his second bishop, so he should be pretty comfortable here. Okay, let's go back to C faults, see how he's doing. I think C faults is Liran. Liran Zhou from New York, very strong player. And here, black has queen b6, but white has queen f2. Oh no, not queen f2. Okay, this seems really troubling. Okay, rook takes a6. What is he gonna do? Is he just down a piece? Okay. On the chat, Nootrook asks if Arthur Zhu is playing. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think Arthur's playing here. Okay, so it seems like Seafolds lost a piece, and his opponent is probably much better, or almost probably winning right now. So that's, if Seafolds loses, that would be a pretty big upset. Okay, so rook f8 was played by my opponent, which is, I think, a pretty good move. And here, I really want to go bishop e3 to just trade off that pair of bishops. I would probably be better in the resulting position. Bishop takes h6 is also pretty tempting. Knight h5, queen g6, bishop takes f2. Yeah, king h1, knight g3, king h2. There's no reason to go into that type of complex position here. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick with bishop e3, and if bishop takes e3, rook takes e3, and my idea is to double up the rooks, and his light squares on the king side is still weak, so his weak king is now going to be a long-term problem for him. Important to stay hydrated while you're playing, so I'm drinking sparkling water. Obviously, if he goes bishop d6, then I will go queen to g6. That should also be good for me. So again, if you're just joining us, this is the first annual third Saturday event hosted by Chess4Unity that will happen every single month. So feel free to join next month if you want, if you already haven't joined. It's a completely free event. Okay, so I will take back the rook for sure. And if you want to know more about Chess4Unity and our events, make sure to visit chess4unity.com. Okay, so it seems like Erica has won the game. So in real life, he's Eric Zhao, another pretty good player, probably around 22 to 2300. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, so this is obviously really troubling for white. So in black can go bishop h4, bishop f2, maybe, and then bring the bishop to c5 where it can stabilize the whole pawn chain. Yeah, okay, so back to my own game. Okay, my opponent played rook f e8, which I don't really like. I think rook a8 is more natural because he just moved the rook to f8 a few moves ago. But anyways, rook ae1, putting more pressure here on e6, and let's see what he's going to do next. If he plays rook e7, I have this tactical idea of bishop f5, but he goes rook e8, and then I have to move the bishop again, so definitely not what I want. Okay, so he plays rook b8, which is natural, attacking my b3 pawn, and therefore I should probably reply b3. Attacking my b2 pawn, sorry. Actually here, do a little calculation. Let's see, I think already I can play rook takes e6, since after rook takes e6, this b8 rook is hanging. Let's double check, and if he takes on b2, I can take on e8, and play queen g6, bishop f5. It's definitely a great position there. Okay, so rook takes e6 works, and I will go for it since it's free pawn. Okay, so hopefully I didn't like completely miss something. Otherwise, this should be a pretty comfortable advantage for me. Okay, let's go back to Guinea Pig versus Haoran Sun. And it seems like uh, materials equal, but White has the open e-file, which is great, and maybe White is a little bit better. That's how I would evaluate it, at least. Uh, yeah. Don't even mind the engine bar at the side. It's just frozen at minus 0.75 for some reason. But good thing my own game doesn't have that engine bar. Okay, so he plays rook takes e6, and now I can take the rook on b8. Okay, he goes king f7. Rook takes e6. Is that the best move? Yeah, I think it's the best move. And now, if queen takes, then I can take another pawn on a7, and 2 pawns should be winning no matter what I do next. So he has to take with the king. Taking with the king isn't that great either, so. Takes with the king, then I'm just a free pawn up with the great position. I can probably play bishop g6 if he takes with the king to prevent his king from going back to f7. And having a king in the center while you're a clean pawn down is definitely not something that you want. Okay, so he takes with the king. And like I said, I probably should play bishop to g6. Just trying to see if there's anything better. More forcing. Yeah, I like this move because I don't see how it can hurt, but it does give my opponent something to worry about, for sure. Okay, so Seafolds and Programming Max have drawn this game. It seems like I think Black is just winning here, if I'm not mistaken, because White is soon going to be in Zugzwang, and Black can push e4 and simply probably take all the pawns, and this should be very easily winning. Yeah, so a missed chance, but still drawing Liran pretty good. Okay, so King e7 was played, and now I have another few options. Okay, so right now the main move I'm considering is to play a4, just to push the pawn all the way down the board, but seems a little bit artificial. Okay, I can also try queen h8, attacking the g7 pawn, but there's no reason to put Black out of his misery, so I think a4 is safe. Actually, c3 maybe even come first. Yeah, c3. Yeah, can't hurt. So now if he can't play d4 because I just go queen e5 and pick up the second pawn. Yeah, so my opponent really does not have many options here. His queen can't move because he has to worry about this a7 pawn. And if knight e4, I was going to say I can probably play queen e5. And yeah, let's see. This should probably be winning in many ways. Okay, queen e6. I'm pretty sure the pawn ending is winning. The queen ending is winning. I can take on g7 with another pawn. Yeah, the pawn ending might be simpler, but you know what? Let's just... Yeah, okay. I don't even know why I'm hesitating here. I should probably... King f1, king e2, king e3. Yeah, it should be pretty simple. Okay, yeah, let's just go with pawn ending. Yeah, there's no reason not to. Takes. Go king f1. Bring the king to e3. And force my opponent somehow in zugzwang. So when you're up a pawn like this, you probably don't even have to calculate to go into this pawn endgame because there's just too many options for it not to be winning. Okay, so king e3 is natural. g4 also looks tempting just to fix his pawn structure. Yeah, there's no way he's gonna not lose this pawn ending. Okay, I'm meet king e5 with king e3, and I always will have more moves than him, so... Okay, king e3 anyways. And now I'm threatening probably c4. Okay, I'm gonna play c4 anyways. And now all I have to do is lose attempt. Just, you know. He plays a5, I play a4. He plays a6, I play a3. a5, a4. So this should be pretty easily winning. Okay, I'm just gonna blitz the rest of the game out. Okay. He's in zugzwang here. Now I can take here and play f4. Luckily I have that other pawn over here, or else this game would be drawn. And takes. Create a pass pawn here, h4. Force him to direct his attention to the king side, and then my king eats all his pawns on the queen side. g5. Okay, h5 doesn't really help, because now my king just gets to f5. I can even gobble up this pawn as well. g6, king g5, king takes h5 next. Okay, here I can even go king h6, g7, king h7, promote to a queen. Okay, so this game is over. You know what? Yeah, I'll just promote to another queen. Okay, if he takes the pawn on h4, I go queen f5, cutting him off. Yeah, I'm not going to do any unnecessary promote every single pawn. But I will promote to another, you know, queen. Queen g8. And mate next move. Okay, queen h5. Good game. Good crowd chess. You played pretty well this game. Just some small inaccuracies here and there. So, yeah, okay. So that's a good one. Okay. Now let's check if there's any. Okay, so there are still a few games remaining. Okay, so Guinea Pig is still playing Haorun Song, and okay, so updating the score on top, having 1 point. Okay, so the rook ending is definitely holdable for black. Black draws with good play. Still a little bit tricky though. Let's check the standings right now. Okay, so I'm second place here. Yeah. Okay, so update my rank. Place. Okay, so I think black might have misplayed this and allowed this square for the king, which is always not a great idea. But he does have pressure on the f4 pawn. So he still might be able to draw, I think. Yeah, because king g6 is met by rook takes f4. So black handled this rook ending pretty well, and he might get the result. Oh, okay. That is a mistake, definitely. Yeah, rook b4 is definitely a mistake. Now there's no chance of draw. White could have just played king g6 and then picked up that pawn. But now a6 and a7, completely winning. Okay, so white plays rook d7 and rook d5 and gets his king back to f5, probably. And rook d7, and now king g6 next. And black's whole kingside pawn chain falls apart. So maybe f5 here is actually still holding. I remember studying a similar rook ending like that. Okay, but he takes on a5, and now this is just completely lost. Yeah, he can just take on. Why are rook endings so tricky sometimes? King f5 maybe. Yeah, this can't be not lost. Put it that way. Okay, so white does take the risk of giving up a pawn for no apparent reason. And now it's probably a draw again. But oh, now white plays g5 definitely with the win. Yeah, two connected pass pawns. White just pushes h6, g6, rook a7, and then queen, queen. Yeah. f3, g6. Game over. So great game by Guinea Pig. Who's Guinea Pig, by the way? Oh, Brian Tay. Okay. Also another good player. Haha. Okay. goes king g6 and now queen. So that's cruel, but okay. Okay, so guinea pig wins the game and moves up to third place, I think. He will in the standings. And is that all the games? Okay, so round 2 has started. This time I will be playing black against Lightning Dragon. Pretty cool name. And okay, I will be playing the Sicilian. Let's play the Sicilian. And knight f6, knight f3, e6. d4, c takes d4. Knight takes d4. And let me play Paulson. Hopefully I get an interesting game out of this. Okay, bishop d3, bishop c5. Knight b3, bishop a7. Bishop could be pretty annoying for white. Okay, he plays that castle. I'm just gonna go knight e7. My idea is just simply to castle. Okay, most likely he's gonna play something like knight c3. Okay, he plays c4, trying to annoy me and prevent me from playing d5. But that's okay. I'll just go knight c6. Most likely knight c3 now. And 0-0 castle. So if you're just joining us, well, this is Chess4Unity's first annual third Saturday event, and it's a completely free event held on the third Saturday of every month from here on. My name is Vincent Tsay, and I will be commentating while playing this game. So let's check. Okay, no, we don't have time to check for other games because my opponent has moved already. Thank you so much. King h1 was played. Okay, so instead of typical queen e2, he goes queen e2, bishop e3, he goes king h1 and f4. That's fine for me. Problem with this for him is that he'll have to deal with my strong bishop on a7 for the rest of the game. Okay, let's play d6 since there's no way I'm ever going to play d5. So d6, logical move. Here, okay, okay, let me play queen c7. I'm still not exactly sure my idea here. My plan here at least. But I will just try to get all my pieces into the game and hope that this bishop will end up being the hero. Okay, so this is round 2. Okay, so he plays f5. Okay, so that is aggressive right there. It's key to deal with this the correct way, or else things could go wrong really fast. Okay, so this is kind of annoying because for knight e5, he will most likely play f6, and I will be under an attack, which I honestly don't think is super scary, but yeah, still an attack. Okay, but I can also just go takes on f5. Yeah, and maybe f6 with me bringing my knight to e5 next move should be also fine for me. Yeah, I mean I'll start with takes on f5 and see what I do next. So knight e5, he plays f6. Yeah. Knight g6 takes, king takes, but d5 square. Not great anymore, so let me go f6. Okay, I definitely dealt with this maybe the wrong way, but I don't think I'm too much worse if I'm worse in this position. Once the knight comes to e5, I should have pretty decent play. Okay, I am worried about him playing bishop e4 followed by knight d5 though. Maybe not as scary as I thought, but still something to concern about. At least I have 2 active pieces. Okay, let's see. Let's check out some other games if my opponent doesn't move. Okay, so this round, Erica is playing BGL 2011, and already this seems like a win for white. Just wins the rook. So, okay, let's go back to my game. Okay, so he does play bishop e4. I have to play knight e5 or else nothing's great. I mean, there's really no other option. And he plays knight d5, knight takes d5. See what he takes back with. Probably the queen, actually. But bishop is also possible. So something definitely gone wrong here. Should have paid more attention. Okay, so you can take with the queen, also the bishop. Okay, takes with the bishop, move my king to h8. And for sure, I'm maybe a little worse here. But worse does not mean end of the world, so continue fighting on. with hopes of survival. Okay. Good thing his c4 pawn is hanging, so has to pay attention to that. I don't know if I can take it immediately, but something for him to keep in mind of. Okay, so he plays queen c2, protecting the pawn on c4, which makes a lot of sense, but probably not the best square for the queen. Okay, I will play bishop d7 since I have nothing else. Bring my rook to c8. It should be decently fine here. Or bishop to c6. If I'm able to trade off that bishop on d5, it should be equal. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so Erica up in exchange, no compensation. So he should win that one. Brian Tay or Guinea Pig. Let's check out his game. His position is around equal, I would say. His opponent's bishop goes to f3, but yeah, that could be really annoying. He goes to queen e6 and brings the knight to d4. So it's a balanced position, I would say. Okay, let's check one more game. So Erica right now is the first board. I'm at the second board, Guinea Pig's third board, and right now this is the fourth board with Alogy Cow versus Sweden Fox. Okay, so white seems to be doing really well here. These pawns are maybe gonna fall. Okay, back to my game. Bishop f4. Expected move. And now I wanted to play rook a8 here. Yeah, okay. Attacking the c4 pawn, he'll most likely play rook c1. If he doesn't, then, well, he doesn't. And then maybe I have b5 now. At least it's an option here. Or maybe I should actually play it. It seems pretty good, actually. Maybe freeze up my position a little bit from all the tension going on. Yeah, should be at least a good practical decision to play b5 here. I would be pretty happy seeing bishop takes e5 on the board. Okay. Just when I finished saying that, he plays bishop takes e5. Now I can take back with the d pawn, and my weak d6 pawn is gone, and the structure should be fine. Okay, so his idea is probably to play c5 or okay, queen e4. Okay, queen e4 shouldn't be that big of a worry for me. I'll just take on c4, maybe play queen d6 or queen b6. Yeah, queen b6 seems like a better square maybe in this situation. Maybe I can also play for some little tricks. Okay. I'm not going to talk too much right now since I want to focus on playing the best moves here. He has to worry about back rank stuff, so. Okay, let's look at maybe some other games then. While he thinks. Okay. This game is completely winning for white. So there's really nothing to look at. Okay, so here, okay, my opponent made a move. Let's go back to my game. Okay, he took on c8, which is not surprising. I will take back on c8 as well with the rook, gaining control over the c file, and I'm not sad at this position actually. In fact, I think it's a great position. Not great, but decently great. Okay. Rook c7. Guess that move makes sense. There are a lot of back rank ideas that I have. Like, I'm looking at this move, bishop takes f5. So if queen takes f5, obviously queen takes b7 is good. And if rook takes f5, I can maybe play queen takes b3. Bishop takes c8, queen d1, and if a takes b3, rook takes c8. So that's an interesting option. But I actually don't get what's wrong with just rook c7. What's his idea here? I mean, speaking of back rank, I also have to worry about the back rank, so maybe he has something there. But I don't really see it. Okay, calculating the position, and I don't know what his idea is after rook c7, so I'm going to go ahead and trust my judgment and play rook c7. Okay, so threatening his bishop, obviously, and see what he does here. I mean, the best thing I can see for him is bishop d5 back, so that's definitely a good thing for me. Okay, so here I have a few ideas. a5 is one of them. Try to push a4. You can also play bishop b5. And again, I have to worry about dumb back rank here. Okay, if a5, bishop e6, I can play bishop c6 in the worst case. That should be fine. Okay, bishop e6, if I take on e6, takes, queen takes, and queen a8 check. Okay, sort of annoying. Queen c8 takes, and then takes a5. Rook c2, how would you evaluate that position? I'm definitely better. For sure, I'm better. I don't know how much better though. think I have a good position there. And there's not much I can really expect from this position. It's not a great position for me, I think. Okay, let's just go for it. Think too much, then you start to have second doubts, and that's when things go wrong. So mostly just stick to your instinct. You can't calculate everything in the world. Okay, so obviously my threat is a4. Who is this guy, by the way? Lightning Dragon? Pretty good player. Okay, he does not have his name written there, which is, I guess, smart in a way. Okay, so Erica has won the game. Okay, so this is the final position, and yeah, he just continues pushing his pawns, and it's easily winning. So, okay, back to my game. My opponent plays a4. Okay, so he was scared of a4 for me. It's understandable because it was a pretty big threat. Okay, and now what? Now what for me? What do I do here? I guess h6 is a move, trying to get rid of some back rank problems, but I also kind of want to trade queens, like queen e3 maybe. But I do lose the a4 pawn in that line. a5 pawn, I mean. But I win the a4 pawn. Okay, let's first solve the back rank problem with h6. Don't believe he has any immediate threats, so h6 should be fine. Does weaken my light squares though. Okay. Trust your judgment. Can't be horrible. Oh, now maybe he has bishop e6. Oh, but b3 is hanging, so. Okay, so I also have this idea of queen b4. Also interesting idea. Position is very, very, very sharp. All depends on who outcalculates who in this position. Okay, since I don't have that much time, I'm not going to look at someone else's games. Okay, here he plays rook there, and now instinctively I want to play queen f2. Also, queen b4 seems like a good option here. Okay, he wants to play bishop e6 for sure, and that is a pretty large threat. Okay, I'm running low on time. Okay, let's go queen b4 then. Should I go queen b4? Yeah, let's go queen b4. Okay, let's see what he does now. Okay, he takes, naturally. Okay, I might not even win this game anymore, so I will just hope for the best, I guess, what they say. Yeah, especially if he plays the correct move here. Okay, I have to play fast. Okay, bishop e6, takes. To play bishop d4 is the only move calculated in advance. Takes d4, e takes d4. Not an ideal situation for me. Okay, I might not even like hold this game. Okay, I can't lose a second pawn there. So I will have to go. Okay, hurry up. Let's play. Damn it. Obviously a terrible situation for me. Pretty disappointed here. Okay, king h7. Try to hope to get some sort of counterplay here. Okay, so he most likely plays something like b4. Then maybe I can try f4. Yeah, I'm just trying to play pretty desperate here and fast as well. Okay, so... Oh no, he has rook a5. Damn it. Good game. And I'm just gonna play on for like 2 more moves, since I'm pretty upset here. Okay, so he just doesn't even allow me to play f3. Nice. I'll just play it anyways. Okay, I mean, one move surviving 1 move longer is 1 move longer, so rook a3, rook b8 at least. I don't know, but oh, okay. Oh, yeah, rook f4. Good move. Okay, so he does manage to. Okay, now he's gonna play g3. Okay. Wow. Okay. That was unexpected. Great game by my opponent here. Okay, rook f5. h4. g6. Okay. So my computer is a little bit laggy, but I'm trying to hold it with the fortress. Not sure there is a fortress, but I can try. g6 next. Actually, maybe there is a fortress. Yeah, maybe I can just... Especially if you trade the pawns at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. He's gonna go... If g4, then I'm gonna pre-move h takes g4. Okay, and then I'm gonna go g6. And then hope for the best, since I do have 2 squares for my rook. On h5 and f5, so I can move it back and forth there. Or move my king right now. Try to move my king f6, f7, hopefully. Oh shoot, okay. I'm gonna lose on time. I'm gonna try to pre-move that. Time is running low. Okay, and pre-move king f6, there. What just happened? Okay, rook h5. Okay, my computer is super laggy right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, it lagged out. So, good game for my opponent. I think I maybe, okay, could have drawn that game, but my time ran out before I could even make a move. So, that's disappointing, but um, gotta move on. So, next game I'm playing white. I'm playing d4, Queen's Gambit. He's playing the Slav, so then knight b2. Transpose into a Catalan type situation. Okay, he does a bishop on d6. Okay. Yeah, so first place hopes are gone, but it's okay. Can't win everything. Yeah, still pretty bummed out though. One. Rook d1, the idea of playing e4. Yeah, okay, so we transpose into a Catalan sort of type position where white's idea is to play e4 and black's idea is to maintain his solid position and play maybe b6, bishop b7, c5 or something like that. Um, he played moves like rook e8, knight b7. It's kind of like he wants to play e5, but usually e5 in these positions aren't that great because I can take on d5 and I leave him with an isolated pawn. So okay, he plays uh, there, queen c7, which is actually surprising. Um, Now I can maybe play. No. If e4 takes, and let's say he plays e5. Mm, okay, let me play b3. I think this move could be the most useful one. Plays e5 again. I take on d5. Probably good for me. Or I can. Okay. Okay. takes on e5, knight takes e5, c takes d5, also fine. C takes d5, I run into the risk of e4. So let's take here first. Take here, next. Okay, but now he has the option of playing knight takes d5, and positions around equal, so. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I still have bishop b2, before queen c1, knight takes f3, bishop takes f3, e2 is protected. Should still have a good position here. Okay, he plays knight f6. A little bit interesting idea. Knight c4 seems like a relatively straight idea. Hopefully, at least I can cripple his pawn structure before going into an endgame. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna update my standings probably like 15th place or something. But, okay, yeah, I'm at 13th place. Yeah, my rating just dropped a huge ton. But, okay, rank 16. Yeah. 13th, I mean. Okay. Point, I still have 1. Round number is 3 now. Okay, hopefully I can get into the top 5 maybe. If I win this game, I still have a chance. To get into top 10. Okay, so knight d4 is... Okay, knight g5, it looks like the best move here. Yeah, should give me a really good advantage though. Yeah, because my threat is now possibly bishop takes f6, queen takes h7, or knight takes e6 immediately. And my opponent definitely doesn't want that to happen. And rook d8, right now knight takes e6 is perfectly fine for me. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with queen c2 as well. He'll probably play bishop c8, and then I can play bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, Queen takes h7, king f8. Yeah, no, let's just take on e6 instead. Very good advantage there. Knight takes queen. Okay. Now I'm just starting to double check my calculations just in case. Okay, queen e3. I think it's a double attack on a7 and e6. Mainly e6. Yeah, I'm not sure. Bishop f8 probably he can play. Queen takes a7. Great position for me. He has no compensation for anything. And I have the bishop pair, so even if I don't win any pawns, still have the better structure and bishop pair. So again, much better for me. Okay, bishop f8 was played as expected. Now my opponent can play. No, now I can play queen takes a7. I said I would. Now let's see. Okay, so I still want to check the top board. Where we have Erica, who's in the lead right now, versus Smitten Lava. And Erica is up a pawn in the rook ending, so he has chances to win. With good play, this game will end in a draw, though. So let's see how. Okay, let's see how. Second board is doing Sweden Fox versus It Time to Be Tropical. Nice name. White has a good knight on c5. d4 is weak though, so I would say unbalanced. Maybe white is a bit better. Okay, so let's go back to my game since my opponent moved. He played rook a8. Okay, kicking me out, even though I wanted to go out anyways. And here, it doesn't matter which square I go, not really. Yeah, let's just go to e3. Seems like the quietest square. That makes sense. Nothing's going on. Up a pawn, no compensation. So hopefully I can convert this one. Okay. Third board we have. Okay, no. Okay. My opponent just moved, so I'm gonna go back to that board. Okay, knight d5 was played. Surprising. No. Okay, queen g5 seems like the most natural move. Queen d2 is also a move, but yeah, let's play queen g5. It's always good to give your opponent a choice. It increases their chances of messing up. Okay, so he gives a check, and now he wins the a2 pawn, which should be easily winning after that. Although white has a pawn on this side. It's too powerful. Two connected has pawns are too powerful. Okay, so this game hasn't changed, so let's go to the next game, which is William Wu versus Lightning Dragon. Lightning Dragon beat me. So he definitely does have very good skills. Okay. Let's go back to my game, because again my opponent moved. He played h6. Surprising, no. Now queen g6 probably the most natural move. Okay. Knight e7, blundering the e6 pawn with check. And king h7, bishop e4. If king h8, I have queen takes h6. Picking up another pawn on the way. So this position should fall apart pretty soon. Not pretty soon, like right now. Okay, give another check, king h8, but this time not gonna go repeat again. Probably rook d4 just wins. Looks like to me. Yeah, rook d4 looks good. Rook h4 is coming next, and it seems pretty unstoppable in my opinion. So this is round 3. I have 1 point. Lost the second round to Lightning Dragon. Okay, knight f5. No use. Just take on f5. Okay, this is really lagging. Okay, so he takes f5, and now what is he gonna play? Down a piece. Resigning seems possibility. Okay, he plays queen h4. Queen e7. My bad. What's the quick way? Okay, so I'm gonna start with rook h4. Check. King g8. No surprise. Let's go queen h7. Check. He goes king f7 probably. I go rook f4. Check. He goes king e6 probably. And I'll just finish it up with some swag play. Quiet and calm, rook d1, cutting the king. from the D file. And now I have like 40 different checkmate threats. Queen e4 is checkmate, queen f5 is checkmate, queen g6 is almost checkmate, bishop h3 is checkmate. And queen g8 is also almost checkmate, so he can't prevent everything. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see what he does. Okay, so my opponent resigns. So, we still don't know my final ranking yet, but it's okay. Let's look at some other games. Final score is 2 out of 3. Pretty disappointing score, but it's fine. Okay, so Erica is again winning. Sweden Fox is much worse, since knight takes e5 is a threat, knight takes c5 is also a threat, and d4 becomes like a decisive loose place. So I would definitely take. Actually, white can take on d7, so it's not that bad. But black should be fine, a little passive, but fine here. William Wu versus Lightning Dragon. Let's check out that game. Okay, so white is obviously better with this bishop on c8 tied down, but it's a long game before we can decide the winner. Okay. Let's look at some other games. Okay, wait, let's check the standings. What am I right now? Okay, I'm at 14th place. 11th place. With 1 point tie breaks. Okay, not great, but let's see. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, so white is much better here. He has a c file, the b7 pawn is weak, which means that the bishop on c8 cannot move. So Sweden Fox has got good chances right here. Okay, so let's look at next game. No, not that game. Let's look at this game. Who's Will Low? Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay, so black is obviously doing well here, I think. Actually, never mind. Okay. White has a tough position, but he's on material. Think how many pawns? He has all 8 pawns, and black is only 5, so white definitely has to be better. But how do you untangle from this mess that white got himself into? Not exactly sure. He definitely has to sacrifice 1 or 2 pawns back in order to fend off the attack. But okay, let's see. Okay, so nobody has 3 out of 3 yet, which means the top boards are not finished yet. Okay, so this is the next game, Alex Fu versus Ketchup King. So this should be a pretty standard win for Black. Black should play b6, a5, and since he has the outside pass pawn, White's king has to get distracted, and Black can just take the d3 pawn, march the king side, eat all the pawns. So easy win for Alex Fu, and he will be 3-0. So congratulations to him. Okay. Okay, so this is the next game after that. BGL 2011. Okay, so Black already won here. So Jason543 has gotten 3 out of 3 as well. So congratulations to him, winning all 3 games. Let's see who's left. There's probably only like 4 or 5 games left. Okay, Alogical versus okay, so let's see, look at this. The pawn ending should be a draw because whoa, huge blunder. No, another blunder. He should have took on f5 and king d3 probably would have won. And now, oh yeah, now king d3 still wins with because after king b4, e5, white promotes the pawn. So white is still winning here. So this should be an easy win for Alogical, and he will advance. He or she will advance to 2 points. So we can not look at that game. Okay, Smitten Lava versus Eric Erica. Okay, clearly winning for Eric Erica. So he will definitely convert this position up a queen. So congratulations to Eric Erica for getting 3 out of 3, and most likely he will have the highest tie breaks. So, but I think many will split first place, and they will most likely share the prize. Okay, let's check the standings right now. Okay, so okay, let's just check. Okay, so Alex Fu has beaten Ketchup King, which I think was the pawn ending. Yeah, Black's outside pass pawn ended up winning the game for him. And there are not many games left. Okay, Jason 5-4. Okay, so Eric Erica has won the game. So there are like 2 games left, I think. William 124 Sweden Fox versus It Time to Be Tropical, which looks like it's gonna end in a draw. with good play from both sides. Black even maybe has some chances to try to win this game actually. But okay, now it's just a draw. Now white has chances to win with rook b8 and rook takes f7, and white gets 2 rooks on the 7th rank and has some chances, but most likely black should be able to hold this position. Okay, let's check William Wu versus Lightning Dragon. Okay, so Lightning Dragon is going to lose this game. So congratulations to William Wu, who finishes the tournament with 3 points. Okay, so there's actually not as many people who finish with 3 points as I thought. Okay, so this is the last game, I think. This and a logical versus Frey W. Okay, so this position. Okay, never mind. This game just finished as I click on it, and a logical won as expected in the pawn ending. Okay, so now this is officially the last game between Sweden Fox and Tropical. Okay, so position is probably going to be a draw. Honestly, black has some annoying checks, but it should perish out to a simplification of nothing actually. They're just gonna have to move back and forth, maybe a perpetual check from black. Yeah, that's how the game is gonna end. And it seems like they're repeating moves, and this should be a 3-move repetition after king e3, rook a3. He should have tried king d4, maybe could have had some better chances, maybe to win. Okay, so I think the tournament is over now, and congratulations to William Wu with first place, Erica with second place, Alex Fu with third place. They all had 3 out of 3, so it was probably just decided on tie breaks. But they most likely will all split the prize along with Sweden Fox. Oh no, not Sweden Fox. Never mind. So these 3 will probably split a prize. So congratulations. Overall, tournament was definitely a success. I didn't play so well, but people who won definitely deserve to win. And I'll see you guys in our next Chess4Unity event. Bye.